is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. So Notre Dame's offense will start this game off with the football. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
Setting up the screen. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a fourth down. So now on comes the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting three and starting this game off on the right foot.
So the Cal Bears offense will get the ball for the first time. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it's
turning it on into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tap that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
All right, guys, let's talk a second about Cal. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game, a remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down the road potentially, but you got to win this one.
No doubt, and I think it's hard because you're starting to see the finish line now. Getting later in the season, knowing where you're ranked, what's at stake. Let's see how they handle the pressure.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
He's got him this time.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to throw again. And the quick shuffle pass. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Dumps it to the back. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Cal.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Finds a spot in the middle. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. Second down coming up. Looking to fire. Gets it out fast. There he goes. Inside the... And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Irish!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Golden Bears. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Neither team's wasted time putting points on the board. They've got it back, down 14-10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They're off to a really strong start and operating with a 14-10 lead. Motion from the wide receiver. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his back in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator, giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
And a nice crisp run, great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. To the ground with the back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Golden Bears have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Flicks it out of the air. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up.
Touchdown, Cal! Fit it in the window for the score. Well, that was a nice little pitch and catch there.
And when you get in the red zone, you're thinking run, run, the field shrinks. You see the tight ends really come into play in this area of the field. The big body guys that you can fake a little run action, throw them the football for the touchdown.
Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Off play action. Hit as he throws. And the missed connection on third down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield on first down. Pocket breaking down. It's complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the big fella. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reza. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Caught in the backfield, it's gone. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Notre Dame facing a third and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Bulldozes his way through. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And How about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half. He's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Touchdown, Notre Dame! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Running to Breed. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Golden Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the play fake. Gets it out quickly. Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Can't make the connection in the defense, putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Looking to throw again. Makes the grab down the middle. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Touchdown, Golden Bears! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the tight end.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He'll return it from around the 50. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. They'll run play action. Dances away to buy time. Got his man on the right. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Fires to the tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. He's got it still on his feet. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Cal! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to go up top on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Going to swing it on second down. Right on the money. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Notre Dame lines up quickly. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Irish send out the punt unit. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll take it on the return. Swims through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Might be calling a hot route. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. This time he's got it. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Finds his man. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Golden Bears will snap it on first and 10.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Touchdown, Golden Bears! A great catch and run for 6.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on first down. He's got his man across the middle. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
There's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Pressure coming. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Just a short pass to the tight end. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Berkeley. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable?
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got great speed. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Firing to the right, complete. Breaks into the open. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Power football with the run. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The give to the back. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here on 3rd down, will they go back to the running game? From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. And the Golden Bears are rolling down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Got his man on the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's got it. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Gonna look downfield again. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense.
Touchdown, Cal! Quick strike through the air for the score. This game must be moving moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. Leaves it with the back. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The play action fake. Working that left side. Turning it on. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They just needed inches. Instead, they lost 3 feet. What a play by the defense.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you some.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. The Golden Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the right. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Golden Bears!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous. after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Takes the easy one to the back. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. He'll do it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They've got the screen set up. Fights off the defender. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. He'll pull it on the read. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now and flashing that on the option play? There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
Unloads quickly. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wide receiver comes in motion. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Pulls it in. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Another delay of game penalty. This is just sloppy.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Off play action on first down. On the run, fires downfield. The sure hands, it's Woods. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Golden Bears come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall.
Oh, he found a space on the right. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
He's got it on the move. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Will they be able to get that 1 more yard and stick it in here on 3rd down? Might be changing the route. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
So on 4th and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to salt this thing away with a touchdown. Dropping back, it's Stark. Touchdown, Cal! Quick strike through the air for the score. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. SMU made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms that there is something special brewing with these Mustangs. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. To the air on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, it's picked off. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. It's complete on the right side. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Golden Bears headed quickly to the line.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking for a man. It's Stark. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Golden Bears are on the move. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on 1st down. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to throw again. On the run, still looking. Trying to barrel in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Spins away from the defense. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O's. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. He makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Back to pass. He'll throw it. On target. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Looking to throw on 1st down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got his man quickly.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Trying play action. Fires on the move. Finds a man on the right. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. This offense is like running the perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
You know, there are probably a lot of coaches out there with a lead like this that would like to run the ball and see if they can ice this game and bleed the clock. Not this coaching staff. They are going to be aggressive. They are going to continue taking shots.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw its start. They're working that left side. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Off the play fake on first down. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They'll try it again from the one on second and goal. Wants to go up top. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Stands in and takes the hit. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got it set up on the outside. There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone.